Well, let's begin. Um, it's not going to be a big level, so I'm just going to leave it at, yeah, that should do it. And the level will just be called Forest for now. Hopefully this works out okay. I do want to save a little bit of FPS here when we're working, so it's not going to be anything ridiculous. So I guess the first thing we need to do is shape the terrain. Make a big radius and sync with the other one. Oh! Yeah, can we not have that ridiculous amount of hardness? Like that. So that is a bit big. We're gonna knock that down a bit. We're gonna enable noise. Noise was a bad idea. Modify. Smooth slope. Yes. Flatten does that, really? You know what? Yes. I'm gonna move this on the other side, and we're just gonna work through here. Just gonna give her. So those are gonna be the hills. And they're probably gonna need to bring up the water here. Alt. Control. Ah! Okay, so we're using control to bring it down. Now this is going to be in parts, of course, because I am going to have to run the minute my phone goes off. Well, I'm going to have to get ready to go. So. Okay, cool. I want to be able to go straight down inside. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make a coastal line. You know what I mean? You know, when you're working with terrain, Cryengine seems like a good thing, you know? But then you have to deal with all of its other bugs, and the fact that it's not that good for performance-wise. Well, it wasn't. I'm not sure about now. The APIs have changed so much in Windows 10 that any engine seems good to work with at this point. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Just make everything all good. And this little hill needs to be shortened so we can go straight up and straight down like that. And let's try some terrain. Add a new material. Let's call this sand. Replace me. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna replace you. Because right now, I'm gonna go to sand, texture, and we're gonna grab one off the net here. I'm not sure if we want white sand or dark sand. I can't go with that one. There's dog prints in that. That is some beautiful sand. Beach. Oh, and alright, I got the sand. We're gonna bring this over, and we're gonna stick this in textures. We're gonna save that, and then we're gonna open up this bad boy. Pop it in there. And now I know the AO is a bit ridiculous, so I'm actually gonna turn that back down to right about there. And I do like the way the normals are represented, and I did put a grunge map on this. So we're going to add a little bit of detail in there. Okay, that looks good. So we're going to export that, and we're going to put it in textures. That works out perfectly. Select that folder. We're going to be using, is it a TIFF? Let's find out, shall we? We're going to go down here and we're going to select this. Yes, we're going to be selecting a TIFF, a TIF, not a TIFF. I don't know why there's a fucking difference, but there is, apparently. Slash sand. So there we go. We got the Tiffy done. Why am I always calling it a Tiffy? See? I literally can't change it. Wow. So I have to put all my texture maps inside the editor. So let's do that. Export, browse, this, that, the other guy, Cryengine, editor. Textures, sand, you can go fuck yourself, Lumberyard Engine. You couldn't do that because you had to make the assets known. This fucking thing just brings them right in. Hell yeah. So, base color. And normal. Specular. Detail normal. Height map. Dirt map? Do we even have a dirt map? Diffuse, gloss, grunge. Where's the grunge map at? There isn't one. Okay. Now, I believe no, I don't want that. No. See, I wouldn't mind this. Palm displacement. Gonna max that out. And we're gonna try to assign this. And hope that it works. So let's go down and meet our texture, shall we? Now we're gonna go here and generate texture. So that's done. The texture is on there. We need to change the layer texture to go with it as well. So editor, textures, sand, base color, boom. Assign material. Come on, this is what you're supposed to do. I think, if I remember correctly. Well, the sand texture's there, so I don't know what's going on with that. Surface type. Shader. Terrain layer. Fucking right. We got our layer down. All hail the awesomeness. Can we generate a bigger texture, because that's just crazy. Alright, so AI, enable physics, terrain collision. Why is that constantly beeping? So now we're going to need a surface type. I don't know how to apply a surface type, but base color, the map, the height map, the blend factor. Oh, this is pretty cool actually. Vertex type. How do we do this? No filter. Okay, so this is something that we need to do. So we're gonna go back in game real quick. I'm gonna shoot the ground one more time. No surface type assign. So assign surface type Cryengine. Select the object, click reload. What's this? Whatever. I'm gonna fix up this outer shell real quick. Just put that there. Just I'm trying to work real quick here on fixing the outer part where we have our peach, since I'm making this a small island. We're going to work on our second material in 1 second, and that's going to be leaves. Okay, so nailed that. So we got the entire outside completely done and selected. We need to adjust the tiling, don't we? So that maybe is something I can do in here. I'm gonna put that over there. And tiling. How do we do that? Put that on there. Tiling. No. Let's try 1. No, let's try 0.1 by 0.1. Okay. So that's a little bit better. Let's go and hit play. Oh, the rippage. The rippage. Sorry about that. No surface type. Okay, we gotta figure that out. So the surface type. We did manage to figure out all this other stuff, so the tiling also auto switched. Perfect. I switched that to world and that to 16x. Oscillator. IMAP filter. 2D. QMAP? I don't know. Okay, so it automatically adjusts the tiling for everything. Is there a search button somewhere for this? No? You think they would put in a search button? Surface type was set as soil, so I don't know why that's not working. So I just set the surface type. It's rock dusty. You're going to no surface type again. Alright. This must be one of those reload of the roll-up bar. There. Refine texture tiles. Let's hit save. Save level resources. Alright, so now we're going to make another a second material right now. And this is where I got my sand texture. What I want to do next is create a soil texture. Sort of like a mix between sand and dirt. I need it to be perfect. Some grass should maybe be in there. That looks fantastic. We're going to save that for later. And this is not the one we're going to be using to mix between sand and stuff. We're going to be using something like this. So, nice mud texture. I like that too. So we're going to use this one right here, the muddy soil. And we're going to do this by adding another layer. Let's do this. So we've already created sand. Let's add a new material. soil. Save that. We're going to jump in here. And we're going to change this to soil. Close that. For our soil, can we just go up here? Make sure it looks nice and wet. It does, so that's good. But we're going to turn down the normal intensity just a bit. Right about there looks okay. Now with this one, we are going to turn up the AO. We turn those two on, and where's the AO? I'm gonna give it a good amount of AO, just to emphasize these little guys in here. And we're also going to be never touching that button again. That looks good to me. Want perfect precision on this. So I'm going to set that to 2K. Export as bump map into soil. Export. Next, since we have it here, we're going to be adjusting with this now. And we're just going to export. No, that definitely needs a little bit of normal. Let's max out the normal intensity. And we're going to call this, was it? Forest soil slash. So this is going to lead us into our soil. Export. Well, we haven't crashed or killed the engine yet, so this is me having faith. Alright, first off, okay. So we're going to go back one. We're going to go with soil. Base color. There's our normal map. There's our specular. Our height map. And our detail normal. We're going to make sure the tiling on this is perfect. Good. Alright, so save. Save item. Assign selected object. Assign. And let's change the layer texture. Editor. Textures, soil. Sand material. Alright. So we got our sand done, and now we need to work on our custom painting. What's this one for? Layer painter. This is what I want. So there's the new layer. It's going to be masked by the default layer. And I forgot to set the surface types again, didn't I? So, terrain, soil, save, assign. Assign. It seems to have a weird layering going on. Let's see if we can fix that. That seems to have partially fixed it. World. I'm gonna move this over here for a second. We're gonna exit that. We're gonna try tiling. That seems to be a bit better. We're gonna close that out. So right about there seems good. Now we have to go back to the sand because I just realized that most likely what I've done for this one, for the diffuse, is not adjusting to the normal, so there we go. Now we can get back to hopefully painting this muddy mess. Brightness? Ah. Altitude, slope, mask by default. I want the hardness to be turned down. Completely and utterly down. Nope. Second. Okay. So we're going to turn up the radius of this brush to undo that. Let's turn the radius down just a smidge now, right about there. So this just leads into our forest. Okay. So now we need to implement our second, or on our other layer. How do we rename this? Can we rename this? Soil, sand, add another layer. I gotta plug in my phone. Find it. There we go. Okay. So I like using my own textures. It is fun, so we're gonna do it one last time. And forest soil. New material. Or soil. Okay. So, and it appeared in objects again. Delete. Bye-bye. Okay, whatever. First, tiling. 0.1. 0.1. It's going to be world 16x 16x world. Can click that as well. I don't know what that does, but let's just prepare for this crap, shall we? Go up one for soil. Base color. The normal map. And we're also just going to put in the height map as well. Let's hit save. And assign the selected object. And assign material. Forest soil. Change the layer. Editor, textures, forest, base color. Done. Assign. So Now we should be able to go into Layer Painter, click on our new baby, mask it by our soil, lighting's a bit weird in this level, that's for sure. Where's the time of day at? That's better. And it's at 12 right now. Let's just put it right there. I want this masked by the sand. Maybe there's a way I can turn the saturation down on this. Blend factor. Let's just right about there. That's better. At least this way we can possibly just start that. And it's almost been 50 minutes. Great. Alright, let's try to play. Racist against sand. My surface type is working on everything but the sand. Alright, before we go, we're going to add in some trees in this area right here. Just to... I really wish I knew how to blend that. Just to kind of give it a feeling, and you know, I'm just trying my best here. Nature, trees, I want pine, large, LOD 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we get paint object, select. Random rotation. Size variable 1.5. So let's just paint that entire area into a forest. Wow. The performance got better. Alright, so the thing that we need to know is that that whole bump map crap is not working, so we need to go to texture, and we're going to turn that off in here. Save. Then we're going to generate Did I not put any specular on that? I don't think I did I? Specular. No, there is no specular on that. Crap, I am a noob. Detail. Okay, so the current problem with this is that we need to bring in some sort of we're gonna save this map real quick because I gotta jump into another map real quick and I gotta go find a lighting source. So open woodland. So we're gonna jump into woodland. I need to find out where the special lighting comes from that they use to basic global illumination. That thing. It's a lighting helper. The lighting helper, where are they? Canyon Rocks now. So it's called a lighting helper? Cryengine lighting helper. Lighting entities, here we go. Fake lights, shadows. Roll up bar, entities, lights. Okay. So let's open our, let's open what we need to do. Entity. Lights. Light. There's the light that we don't want. Try this again. Destroy the light. Yes, let's delete that light. Objects. So we got the forest sky dome now. Oh, well, we did. Let's drop that back in. Let's undo that one. Yes. Alright, so we're just going to drop in the forest sky dome. Because that will give us some good lighting at least. And, particle entity? Hey, since we reloaded, I wonder. Still no surface type, so we do have to find a way to fix that in the next episode. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and well, we really didn't get a lot done so far. We're just, I guess we're just technically building up to what we could do. And what we need to do is figure out how to get the light helper in here, or how to export it maybe. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.